Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're tackling something a lot of you might have thought about, especially with how busy things get, meditation.
Hmm.
And if you're picturing like total stillness, completely empty mind,
Mhm.
yeah, I get it. My first tries felt more like, oh, my brain just wouldn't shut up.
That's so common. And that's where we're diving into this really helpful piece from the Calm blog, Meditation for Beginners. It hits that exact point, the expectation versus uh, the reality.
Exactly. So our mission here is really just to give you a clear, maybe more encouraging starting point to
Right.
sort of demystify it a
But
bit.
yeah, cut through that feeling of, oh, this is too hard or I can't do this.
Right. So let's unpack what the Calm blog actually says about those first few attempts. It mentions, that for most beginners, it doesn't really look like what we imagine.
And what's great is how it just normalizes that experience. It says, point blank, your mind isn't supposed to go blank. That's key.
Okay.
Feeling bored, frustrated, a bit lost. That's apparently really, really common.
Not just for beginners, though, right?
No, that's the thing. Even for people who've meditated for ages, knowing that up front can just take the pressure off.
Yeah, it shifts it from trying to reach some perfect state to just
Oh.
doing it, engaging with it.
It's all part of the process, as they say.
That phrase, all part of the process, is actually super reassuring. It stops you immediately thinking, oh, I'm messing this up.
Definitely.
And I liked how direct the blog was. Meditation is for beginners. It's for experienced meditators. It's for everyone. Feels really open.
It does. It really underlines that it's not some exclusive club or special skill you're born with.
It's a practice
Yeah.
available to anyone.
Yeah, no matter how your first few sessions feel.
Okay, so for you listening, maybe you're thinking, all right, fine, it's for everyone, but
Uh,
where do I actually start?
Good question.
The blog moves on to the importance of support, which makes sense, right? Learning anything new is easier with a bit of help.
Absolutely. So what kind of support are we talking about here?
Well, the blog gives some concrete ideas. Things like local meditation classes or maybe a club, if you like that in-person thing.
Right, with an instructor there. Or, if you prefer going solo, maybe books from the library. Learn at your own speed.
And naturally, they mention meditation apps. Calm gets a nod, of course, but there are others too.
It's actually pretty amazing how many resources there are now. Different styles, different approaches.
The main thing seems to be finding what clicks for you, not trying to fit into some predefined box.
Exactly. It's about what works for your learning style, your schedule.
All right, so
Mm.
normal to feel scattered, check. Support is available, check. What next? The blog really highlights guided meditation as a practical first step.
Yeah, this is a big one for beginners.
Why is that? Why guided specifically?
Well, it tackles that worry head on. Am I doing this right? You know that little voice?
Oh, yeah. Should I be trying harder?
Mhm.
Is my mind too busy? Is this even working?
Exactly those thoughts. And the blog basically says, if your mind wanders, which it will, that's not failure.
That little phrase, not to worry, you haven't, that's gold. Takes the pressure right off.
It does. And a guided meditation helps because it guides you.
Right, it gives you a structure.
Yeah, an instructor talks you through it, gives you directions, maybe some encouragement.
Uh-huh.
That constant, gentle direction can be incredibly helpful when you're starting. Makes you feel like, okay, I'm on the right track, even if my thoughts are still buzzing around.
And it sounds like it's also a way to sample different styles, different techniques.
Yes, exactly. The blog even quotes that. Guided meditation that includes a variety of meditation techniques can also help you find what works best for you and what you enjoy most.
Makes sense, like trying different workouts to see what you actually stick with.
Precisely. You might find that one approach feels way more accessible or, just clicks better for you than another.
Okay, cool. So let's just quickly recap those practical tips the blog emphasizes for beginners. First one, wandering mind. Totally normal. Expected even.
Yep, big one. Accept it from the start. Saves a lot of grief.
Second,
Mm.
find support that works for you. Class, book, app, like Calm. Whatever fits.
Mm-hmm. That structure and motivation can be really helpful early on.
Third, give guided meditations a try. They offer that coaching and reassurance.
Kind of like training wheels for your attention, lets you get the feel of it.
And finally, experiment. Don't be afraid to try different techniques to find your groove.
Which is a perfect lead-in to the next bit. The blog actually outlines 10 different techniques.
10. Wow.
Yeah, it really shows that mindfulness meditation isn't just one single thing.
Right. And they make the point that even small differences in technique can matter. They use the example of counting breaths versus just focusing on the breath.
Exactly. For some people, having that little task counting makes focus easier.
Okay, so what are these 10 techniques? Briefly.
Sure. First, counting the breath. Simple. Inhale 1, exhale 2, up to 10, then start over.
Got it.
Then focus on the breath, just paying attention to the whole breath cycle, noticing when your mind wanders, gently bringing it back, no counting. Third, focusing on physical sensation. Tuning into how your body feels right now. Feet on the floor, air in your nose, whatever.
Connecting to the present through the body. Makes sense.
Then there's the body scan. You mentally check in with each part of your body, head to toes, just noticing sensations.
Right.
Number 5 is loving kindness meditation. This is about cultivating feelings of warmth, compassion, sending it to yourself, then others.
That sounds nice.
Walking meditation. Pretty self-explanatory, bringing mindful awareness to the physical act of walking, step by step.
Okay.
Progressive muscle relaxation. You tense up specific muscle groups, then release them. Good for physical tension. Bell meditation. Using the sound of a bell, or maybe a chime, as an anchor for your focus. When the sound fades, you notice.
Interesting.
Gratitude. Just quietly thinking about things you're thankful for. Simple but powerful.
Yeah.
And finally, mindful movement. Gentle stretches, maybe some simple yoga poses, but with really focused attention on the body's movement and feelings.
Wow. Okay. That's quite a list. It really covers a lot of ground.
It really does. And the core message, again, is there are so many ways to meditate. Find what works best for you.
That feels liberating, doesn't it? Takes away that pressure of finding the one right way.
Totally. It encourages you to explore, to be curious about your own experience.
So to make it even more concrete for you listening, the Calm blog does point towards their own app as one place to start.
Yeah, they mention a specific free series called 7 Days of Calm.
Okay, what's that involve?
It's basically 7 guided sessions, each about 10 minutes long. Pretty manageable.
10 minutes sounds doable.
Yeah. And they include some simple teaching about mindfulness from Tamara Levitt, plus the guided practice itself. The idea is just to help you dip your toes in, start building a bit of a daily habit.
And they even acknowledge it might feel hard at first, right? Trying to make it stick.
They do. They have this great line. If at first your new mindfulness meditation habit doesn't come easily, you're not alone.
That's important to hear.
As you're able, allow that discomfort. Trust that it's perfectly okay and that it will shift. It's about having that self-compassion.
Yeah, because building any new habit it takes effort. It's not always smooth sailing.
Exactly. Don't get discouraged if it feels awkward or difficult initially. Just keep showing up gently. And keep experimenting if needed.
So wrapping this all up, what's the main thing you should take away from this deep dive into starting meditation?
I think the biggest thing is just how accessible it truly is. You don't need some special state of mind. You don't need silence.
Right.
And there isn't just one correct technique. With all the support out there, especially guided stuff to start, and just being willing to explore, anyone can begin.
Absolutely. So for you listening, maybe just think for a second. Did any of those 10 techniques kind of spark your interest? Maybe just trying 5 minutes of focusing on your breath, or a quick body scan, or even thinking of things you're grateful for. What might that bring to your day?
It's all about finding what resonates and maybe taking that first small step.
Yeah. Thanks for exploring this with us. So the question to ponder now might be, which of those approaches feels like the most natural fit for you right now? And what could even just a few moments of that practice add to your day right here, right now?